Hello everybody, my name is Proji4 and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Evolution. And today I'd like to let you guys know that I already have a post up, and this is my fifth and maybe last episode based on how the poll goes. At the time of recording, this episode would be the last episode for the 1.0 version, so if you guys haven't checked that out, uh, please do. And yeah, so let's get straight into the video. So today we are going to do the usual two things, and these two things are the Garden of Subs and the Desert Temple. So the Garden of Subs, it's for me, I kind of like want to base it off of what Stampy Longnose had in his videos, where he had a giant garden with signs filled with like his subs, and I'm not sure where to put it in this uh world, so I really gotta find a good spot for it so that I can have a big space for all the signs and everything. And for the desert temple will be an extension towards the desert right here, and I kind of want to not make it by the path, just so that I can be like somewhat semi-secluded. Like it could be over there across the bay, or just somewhere a temple, kind of like what a desert temple is originally, like the ones that are pre-generated in the world. This world does not have a desert temple. Like desert temples does not exist like at all in this version. So I kind of like just want to build one for myself. Or I could just have a unique structure that is not like the desert temple, and that I can just, have it prepared already, like, or just build whatever. Like over here would be a perfect spot. But anyways, those are the two things that we're gonna do in this episode. So let's just get straight to it. So for the first building, the Garden of Subs, uh, we might have to excavate an area a little bit more, like cut this part down a little bit, or we could find a bigger field, or just put it back here behind the mob farm. So like we cover up this little pond here, and then just semi flatten this area so that we can have a huge flat region in here just nearby us, so that we can always travel back and forth. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good spot now that I think about it. And it's already pre-cut from the last episode, and there isn't like a lot of things around it other than the mob farm. So what I would like to do, let's see here. All right, I thought of something. So what I would like to do is have a little hedge near the entrance, or inside the entrance. And we have a path in the middle, just like the original Stampy Longnose garden. And we have like small hedges connected with fences throughout the entire garden. And so instead of having one block as a path, like a one block path, I'd like to make it a two block path, and make it out of gravel, just to follow the continuity with the path here, and how it usually, like how paths usually are. And then maybe in the future we could till the dirt with a shovel, and then make that into a path block instead of gravel. So we first have to gather a lot of leaves and dig out this entire ledge here and fill the holes up with the dirt. And let's see what's in here. Nothing. So yeah, so that's gonna be how we're gonna start. And right now we do not have any resources. It's shocking, I know, but it's just better to get resources than complaining. So I'll be right back. I'll gather all the wood and the leaves and such, and then I'll have a chest here, and yeah, so I'll be right back. All right, so I am back, and as you can see, I already made a path relatively to how big the garden will be, and also I made a path to the garden. So about like over here where the chest is going to be where the hedge is going to be, and from there we can start terraforming and preparing the land a bit more as well. And I haven't really dug up this part much because there were just too many things I could do other than digging up. And also, it's right here, so I can just dig it up during the time lapse. So, my current plan here is to make it like 20 blocks long and 20 blocks wide on each side. So, it'll be a dimension of 20 by 43, which includes these 3 blocks right here. And in the end, I'm not too sure what we can do here. I'll think of something, but again, 20 blocks to the right and left, and then 20 blocks forward, starting from here. So yeah, anyways, we can start the time lapse right now, actually. So yeah, these are all the blocks as well. So I gathered quite a lot of leaves, a bit more gravel. I got some dirt to fill in some parts, and a lot of fences and wood. So let's just start the time lapse. Alright, so I just finished the basic layout, and it does look like it will be a pretty big build. And as you can see, I literally just ran out of gravel. Like, I have none of the storage left, and just 3 gravel blocks left. Oh my goodness. It's sad, Steve, unfortunately. But anyways, so this is what I currently built. As you can see, the two block path towards the signs as well, and just everything here. I have to terraform this. I might do it actually right now because it does seem like it's only one layer, and that'll just be pretty easy to do. So yeah, so I had to stop right there so that I can get more resources, and then maybe we could decorate the place a bit more, but it's really hard to decorate in such a compact space. So we'll see. We'll just see what we can do. Anyways, so we just need to do the hedge over here. We already have a lot of leaves, so I'll just put these dirt in the chest right here right now, and let's start building the hedge. See what we can come up with. Hopefully have some variation. with the leaves. I don't want to actually have it into 3 hedges, so like one here, and then like another one like where the chest is, like from bigger to smaller, so that you can have like that, like you're going through, like it's a perspective of you just going inside something, like something's getting smaller. So this hedge over here, so this hedge could be like a pretty big hedge. Let me clear up this space. So like it could be from here to like here, so pretty big looking hedge. But going this way, it kind of messes up, so maybe no. Let's just make it a block smaller. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can have another hedge right about here. You know, just one smaller. And then one all the way over here. Let's move this crafting table. One all the way over here, right here. So let's see how that's gonna look. Yeah, that's perfect. So it goes inside. So you go through here. Like the further we go, the better it is. So it looks like we're going inside, and it's just getting smaller, the hole. Did I hear a zombie? So that's exactly what I wanted it to be. So let me just go sleep real quick. Basically, we might just have a big arch in the front here, probably like 6, 8 blocks tall. And then over here, and this one will be medium, like 6 blocks. And then this one over here will be like 3, 4 blocks tall. So this is basically what we have in mind. And then over here, we're just gonna have the arch start over here. And since it starts over here, this will also connect to the lodge and the fence. What we're gonna do is build the entrances here, the hedges that'll go on top. Build the fence hedge in a way, all around, and then near the end of the episode, we will put our first sign. So let's finish this up. Oh yeah, we're also going to terraform here while we're at it, building here. So yeah, anyways, let's get straight to it. Alright, so I have just finished my build. And as you can see, I kind of did the premise where it just shrinks down, but it's very hard to tell because like there isn't any shaders or fancy graphics. If I were to turn my video to from fancy to fast, will it look different? Eh, it'll look slightly different. I might have to like chop down, trim a bit on the sides of the middle hedge. But other than that, uh, it it should be fine. I just gotta trim that down so that the one from the back can be seen. Which just means we just gotta build a bit more on the side here. And that should just be it. Yeah. Yeah, that looks definitely a lot better. So you should be concentrating on that hedge, those leaves right in the middle, like right above my crosshair. So if it goes left to right, that's perfect. Yes, okay. So, we're done with that. Look at this hedge. 3 hedges. Beautiful. And then you get through. Ignore these. You'll go around, see all of this. It took a bit of decorating. I still do not like see. I don't notice the birch leaves, but that's because it's the same texture as the oak, and it's like just the slightest of the texture color is different. So that we can worry about in the future, or not in the future. It's gonna be updated in the future, and then we'll see everything. So anyways, this is what we currently have right now, and yeah, all we need to do is light this place up, but I can do it while like I cut off the video. So yeah, this is the first half. It's pretty quick and simple. I didn't want to have it take too long because of last episode. I noticed that I had to edit so much, and I try to trim it down as little as possible, and I just couldn't without having any other content or without time skipping. So we have the Garden of Subs done, and now after this we can start working on the Desert Temple, and I'm not too sure how to build it exactly. Like, it's something that's I'm gonna have to like think about as I go. That's how I've been usually been going with these, and some have been good, some haven't, some have been like all right, like that house. So I just really go with the flow on these videos. So let's build a sign here. Now we can move on to the Desert Temple. But before I do that, let me just clear out the entrance of the Garden of Subs real quick. Alright, so I just finished clearing out the things, so let's just go to the desert and find a place. Again, I still think either here or here would be a perfect spot, but I'm leaning more towards this area here because we'll be able to see it anyways from our house. And not only that, despite this place being flatter, again, we do not have any visibility here. This place will also be used in the future for maybe like another lighthouse here and some other stuff. So we can have this area, this flat area already like set up and have some lore inside. And that would be a perfect spot. This spot here would be perfect for a desert temple. So so let's actually, I'll have to cut this off again. I'll have to gather some sand because I might need a lot more sandstone than just 2. And yeah, that's basically all. So let's just gather some sand and I'll be right back. All right, so I barely did any like mining. I didn't want to load even more chunks than I already did. Like if I go over here, you're gonna see a little land, a piece of land over here, and I think I saw one over here, like around the edge there, or I was just going crazy. But yeah, I didn't want to load any more chunks, and I didn't want to mess up with the terrain that I have over here. So this is like the most I've gotten without doing either of those. So uh hopefully it'll be more than enough, and that is because we gotta turn this all into sandstone. And yeah, you only get one stack of sandstone per four sand. So this is really gonna hit a like there's really gonna be a lot of mining and stuff. So we're gonna see what we can build with this, and then from there we can probably do something else. So what I kind of want to do, I want it to face over a. I actually want to have a 2x2 here, and then let's actually see, because I'm not too sure on how this may be, because this is such a weird, awkward spot. So uh, let's see. I'm gonna make an outline actually, so let me cut this off. Alright, so I just finished the outline, and yeah, it's gonna be a pretty small build-ish, but it'll kind of work nonetheless, because what I'm thinking for this build is that we store all like any sand, any sandstone, glass, like anything that relates to sand will be put in here. Even like in the future, tainted glass or tinted glass, either or. And yeah, so that's where what I kind of want this build to be, and I'm not too sure how I'm going to make like the interior. We're just gonna have to see in the future, or well, for me in the future, you could just skip ahead. So yeah, this is what I currently have in mind. I kind of want to go all the way up to the top, and maybe have, I'm not too sure, maybe the entrance be right here, so mine this block here, and I will actually leave it open. I'm not too sure actually now that I think about it. Uh yeah, no. Let's leave it open for now. And this is what we're gonna have to work with anyways. So yeah, so this is gonna be again pretty quick. So hopefully uh hopefully it'll be quick, and then we can see from there how we can decorate it. And so yeah, let the time lapse begin. Alright, so I'm basically done. Like, essentially, I'm just finished with this build. And it actually took a lot faster. I still have yet to do the floor. Probably do... I might also do it out of sandstone. So, this is just a basic, generic temple. 5 blocks tall. 11 by 11 instead of 10 by 10. I actually adjusted it because I wanted one block at the top to be open and not two, or not have it a 2 by 2. So Anyways, here's there's four pillars, and we're gonna have four smaller ones. That's 3x3 all around. So if I go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's basically it. It's pretty generic. I do want to add some wool, so I might in the future. Actually, no, I'll do it in this episode. So what I want to do with the wool is I want to have orange wool at the top, like up here on top of the 3x3s, with blue wool trailing all the way here from here to the top, so it looks pretty ancient and such. So I'll actually cut this off right now, and again, I just go with the flow in these episodes, so that's how I usually do stuff. So basically all we do is have orange wool, have it a 2x3x3, no, sorry, a 3x3x2 block of wool. So 18 orange wool on each side with blue wool trailing all the way up here. And then what I want to do as well is have some sand, or not sand, water flowing over here. Not inwards, just, just water. And it's just there to have add the pyramid of personality, because it just this alone is just not that good. So yeah, I guess you could say that I'm just adding another time lapse, but I can't lie, I genuinely looked at this and thought, yeah, no, this is too basic. I gotta personalize this. Gotta make it part of the world, like it was here before. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So right now, all we gotta do is get even more wool. I have no idea how I'm going to do it other than these two sheeps, and somehow get more dye. And the blue wool, it's pretty simple. You just gotta get lapis, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, so let me add some chests over here before we begin. And all right, so let's start the hunt for wool. All right, so I got only a stack and 53 wool, and I've been searching for sheep for the past 30 minutes. I am so happy that sheep regrow wool in the future. I do not want to do this again. This is something else. So, I mean, enough of that. We gotta start finishing up this build. And I mean, yeah, look at this. All right, so let's start the time lapse right now. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I am done with the build, and yeah, so this pillar over here, definitely not what I thought. I might have to build it up one more, but other than that, I'm gonna have to light this place up again, redo the lighting as well. But other than that, I kind of like this place. Let me do it before it irritates me. And yeah, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be. And it absolutely has its own style in a way. Like, for example, let me show you here. So over here, it's definitely completely different towards what I usually build, because again, very limited blocks, and there isn't a lot of like sand blocks. It's only sand and sandstone, with the occasional like maybe wool, I guess. So this is a really hard build to do, and I kind of enjoyed it. So let me know if you want to do more of these, or if you want to see me do more of these in the comments. And yeah, so if we're done here. We go up here. I want to eventually have glowstone on the top here, like how like this blue dye is powering this glowstone. So yeah, so anyways, I kind of like it here. It's not supposed to be looked from above, so that's why I put torches on the middle blocks of these pillars. So but anyways, that's it. So yeah, this looks pretty good. And then if we come inside, we see on our left glass and colored glass, which I believe we do not have right now, and sand and sandstone, which we will have eventually. And then this is gonna be a good spot to have like glass put in here, or being smelted, and then uh some crafting tables here, which I might move in the future. I'm not sure to where. Maybe like right here would be good. And yeah, so hopefully this wasn't a quick episode, and I did try to balance it out again with last episode based on how long that was. So uh let's go back and sleep first before we end the video. Oh, before we do that, actually, let's place the sign. All right, so before I forget, let me have a sign here just to get ready for the first few subs, or yeah, the first few subs on the sub garden. So I actually let me get a list real quick. So I actually have 3 uh subscribers, and that's what we might do for now. That's how we're gonna have it for now, because again, well, this channel is small. And actually, before I do anything, can I place it on top? Yes, I can. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna start off episode 5. That's gonna be the first one. So this is gonna be the first ever subs, the first ever 3 subs in here. And the first sub that I'm actually going to have is Johnny Woodstock. I can't put all of it. I'll just put Johnny WD Stock. Sorry about that. Just one letter too long. So he comments on my videos pretty regularly, surprisingly. Like almost every episode has that. And I also help him out in some of the videos as well that he makes. And you know, it's a pretty mutual thing. So I wanted to add him as my very first one. And yeah, so that's the first one. So the second one is actually a good friend of mine, and I taught him, and I actually he was one of the first ones to, uh, for me to introduce him to my series and all such course. Shimada, and he just like Johnny Woodstock, he is a pretty close friend of mine, and also comments on all of my stuff. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure he hasn't missed a single episode. Like I'm checking right now. I'm pretty sure he saw all of mine except for well, he didn't see or comment on two of them, which like, oh well. So let me just switch this up here. So, and our so yeah, that's it. So our final one is actually the second person I did. Actually, no, the first person who gave me a suggestion on my video, but well, I just turned it down. So the second, or not the second, sorry, the first comment, actually, the first person who commented on my video is Epic Noah, Epic underscore Noah, and was he actually saw my video, and he was the first person to suggest me to do 5 episodes instead of 10. And well, now I realize that he could be onto something, because having this much stuff in only 1.0 is kind of nerve-wracking, and it's only episode 5. So can you believe that? And secondly, it he also said that because it also helps me to not get burnt out, and also to accelerate the content that I can make. So yeah, again, thank you to these 3 people who watched my videos and commented them semi frequently. And the way that you can get added into this is that if you just keep commenting more on the videos, like the video, don't forget to subscribe. I will also check that if you do comment on the videos, you will have me subscribe as well, so that I can add you into this garden of subs, which is just now starting. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe so that you can get into the garden of subs and give me any suggestions as possible. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to hit that bell as well so that you can also watch my videos as soon as they come out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.